Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Jen's Junk. My name is Jen. For those of you who have watched my videos before, welcome back. And for those of you who are just tuning in, thank you for taking the time to check out this video. So today is Friday, and that means that today is Friday Reads. Now, since last Friday, I did not upload a video. I have not one, but two book reviews for you today that I'm excited to share. And so let's jump into it right away. So the first book that I am going to show you guys is called One to Watch, and it's a novel by Kate Stayman-London. And this one I actually found, I highly recommended on Goodreads, on my Goodreads app. And so I happened to see this in Target, and so I picked it up to read, and I finally got around to reading it, and it was so good. It was actually better than I expected, even though I read the reviews and it was very highly rated on Goodreads. And I actually gave this book a 5-star rating on my Goodreads. So it is about a woman, a single woman. Her name is Bee Schumacher. And she is like a fashion diva, a plus-size fashion diva blogger. And she has a loving family, fantastic friends, and she has a lot of followers and a great career. However, like many of us, she has her heart broken in a relationship that she thought was going somewhere. So in the meantime, she watches a very popular show, kind of a show similar to The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, and she makes comments and blogs about it, and her blog starts to get a lot of response, and she questions why everybody on the show is a certain body image. And so she suddenly gets a surprise call from the producers of the show, of course, and they're like, hey, come on the show. We would love to have you on the show. And so she agrees reluctantly on one condition, that she does not fall in love. And she does it because she wants to break through the barriers of body image, that body image that society has for women on this day and age. And so of course she's on the show, she meets all these bachelors, and there are many different obstacles that are thrown in her way, and she starts to become attached and start to care about some of the men that are on the show, and she questions if they're there for the right reasons or the wrong reasons. And she suddenly starts to think that maybe she can fall in love, and this book is her journey. And it is a great book. It is a well-written, it's funny, and plus it tackles some very hard-hitting issues, body image, and how society places a lot of expectations, especially for women, to be a certain size and look a certain way. And so as someone who has struggled their whole lives, I've struggled my whole life with this very issue. It was a funny book, but it was a very emotional book for me to read too, because I could relate to a lot of it. So it was a fantastic book. And so this is Bee's journey. And it is so great. I highly recommend it. It is a fun read. It is a quick read, and I gave it a 5-star rating on my Goodreads. So One to Watch is definitely one to read. And the next book review that I have is a Star Wars book, and it is actually from one of my favorite Star Wars authors, Claudia Gray. And I admit that when it comes to Star Wars stories and novels, I'm very picky. And usually Star Wars books are very good, or they're not so great, unfortunately. So I have become very picky with the authors that I tend to read with Star Wars novels and everything. And so Claudia Gray is actually one of my favorite Star Wars writers, and I actually did meet her at the Chicago Celebration in 2019, which was really fantastic, and I got to hear her speak about her writing and her writing style, and it was just really cool actually meeting the author. And again, I highly recommend her books. This book is called Bloodline, and it's basically about Leia, Princess Leia, although this timeline, she is Senator Organa. So this story actually takes place after the Battle of Endor. So it's again that time between the Battle of Endor and before The Force Awakens. And in this book, she is a senator, and they start to have problems throughout the galaxy. So you've got some criminal activity, you've got some Imperial loyalists causing problems. She's trying to get together the Senate, you know, who of course disagrees about a lot of things, as in life. And basically the Senate is starting to look for someone, a leader, who can bring the galaxy together under this new rule. And so there are a lot of obstacles in the way, and of course Leia is very reluctant to take up this role because she, again, is still dealing with finding out that she was Darth Vader's daughter and the repercussions of that and what that means for other people to know. So it is a secret that she is Darth Vader's daughter in this book. And so this is Leia's journey in this time frame. And like I said, Ben Solo is actually a young child in this book, just to kind of give you a time reference on it. And it just goes through some of her different adventures and dealing with that she's Darth Vader's daughter, that legacy, and people finding out, and people putting high expectations on her, you know, trying to bring everybody together, and what she goes through. And this book is so well written. It is fantastic. It is fast paced. There are some new characters in here, some very well-rounded new characters that I really enjoyed as well. And so it was fantastic. It was a fantastic read. I gave it a 4-star rating on my Goodreads, and the ending of the book actually leaves it open to another sequel from this series, or I don't know if she's gonna make it a series or what, but it's definitely open-ended. It's left open-ended, which I kind of like because it does make room for another potential book, and this one was so good that I would definitely read the sequel. So Bloodlines by Claudia Gray is another great Star Wars novel for those of you who are looking to get into reading, expanding the knowledge of Star Wars in your life. I highly recommend this book, and I highly recommend Claudia Gray. So those are my 2 book reviews on this Friday Reads Day. We have Bloodline by Claudia Gray and One to Watch by Kate Stayman-London. Both are great books, and I highly recommend them both, and great, fantastic reads. So check them out. I don't think you would be disappointed. All right, you guys, that is my video for today. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you have not already. I would greatly appreciate it. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and that information is on my About page as well as located in the description box below. And I will also leave the title and authors of the 2 books that I reviewed today, along with my rating from Goodreads. All right, you guys, that's all I have for today. Until next time, may the Force be with you.